I think what other faculty has started the session, so that's the reason it was ended. So let's wait for another 2 to 3 minutes and then we'll start. Am I audible? Any problem?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, something you were saying, Srikar?
You're audible, sir.
So those who are going to join now, and for them only they will be getting second hour attendance. Are you registered for second hour again? Response students, have you registered for second hour?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
No, directly you are joined with the link, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that
Yes, sir.
so in that case, I will be seeing the duration. Okay, fine, no problem. Fine. Those who have less, they may not get attendance. Remaining will be getting attendance. And I will be giving you the list also, those who are not able to get attendance. However, it is 45. I think everyone will join, no problem. Right now, let's go with this thing, multi-object. Now, what happens here is thread dot current thread. Thread dot current thread. So the meaning of this is it gives us what's the current thread going on over here. What's the current thread that going on over here? Suppose two threads are there, T1, two threads are there means, and if T1 is there, then it gives information about T1. If T2 is there, it gives information about T2. So thread dot current thread. Thread dot what? Current thread. That information it is going to give to us. I will be discussing it again. Now system.out.println wanted buts reserved for name. That means whatever the thread name that we have, and that thread name will be copied into this. I will discuss this point again. Don't worry. And system.out.println, I'm going to print some message wanted buts for reserved for name. And it goes for 1500 milliseconds. After going to the 1500 milliseconds, then only it makes available minus wanted. That means available is one, wanted is one, and we allocated one berth to one person. If we allocated one berth to one person means, then we need to make available to be reduced or not. Are you getting my point? Available to be reduced or not? Respond.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that available is going to be reduced to to one. Available is going to be reduced to one. After sleeping 1500 milliseconds, then only does this task. After sleeping for 1500 milliseconds, and then after getting up from that 1500 milliseconds, and then only it makes available equal to available minus wanted. Available equal to available minus wanted. Okay, that's what going to be happened over here. Meanwhile, what happens is another thread might be entering into this run method. Another thread might be entering into this run method, and it executes it. That means at that time available was not what minus available was not decreased. So it executes the fifth part. Again, it prints the message over there. Again, it prints the message over there, right? So let's see what is going to be happened over here. And now after this, we'll be going with public static void main, and we creating an object or a reserve obj is equal to new reserve of one we are sending. So what happens when we create an object? If instance blocks in memory will be allocated for instance variable, if instance blocks are there, then what instance blocks are going to be executed here? Only one instance variable, that is str, and for that the memory is going to be allocated. Not available, and then wanted two variables are there. Now when we are going to call this, when we are creating this object, at that time we are sending one parameter. So one parameter constructor is going to be executed. Let's see, we have one parameter constructor. Yes, we have int space I, and that one is copied into this I. This one is copied into this I, and this I is initialized with respect to what wanted. Now available is one, wanted is also one, wanted is also one. After that, what I'm doing is I'm creating two thread objects. Thread T is equal to new thread of obj. That means I'm sending this object only, and then thread T1 is equal to new thread of obj. That means for this two threads T1, I'm sending only one object called obj, one object called obj. After that, I'm going to set a name for the thread. T dot set name as first person, T dot set name as what? A second person. And I'm initiating first thread, and then I'm initiating what? A second thread. Two threads I'm initiating over here. One is T dot start, other one is what? T1 dot start. Two threads are going to be initiated. Two threads are going to be initiated. So let's save this program. Let's save this program. Let's go back to this Java C space multi-object dot Java. I will explain you again the logic. Don't worry about that. And from there only we'll be going with thread synchronization. What Surya had said, that concept we'll be discussing. Right, let us execute it. So available butts, it's showing as what? One. Available butts, again it's showing as one, and one butt reserved for first person, one butt reserved for second person. Actually, how many availables are there in the program?
1, 2.
One or two? What's the variable value of available
One.
variable value?
One, sir.
One. And only
One.
one berth is available, but that one berth is allocated to two person. Is it possible?
No.
Is it
No, sir.
possible?
No, sir.
No. Why means what happened over here is, let's take this program. Let's take this program to Paint. Okay, let it. Now what happened here is, so inside this main method, we created one object. So let's consider this is one main method, and inside this main method we are taken one object. And the name of that object is what? Obj. The name of that object is what? Obj. The name of this object is obj, and this obj contains a method that is void space run, and inside this run method we have some instructions over there. We have one instruction over there, and one thing what we are doing is, first of all we'll be printing some message, sop dot available butts available births, that is available, we are going to print. After that, we'll be checking some condition. Available is greater than or equal to wanted. If this condition is true, it enters into this if part. If this condition is false, it enters into this else part and gives some message that sorry, no births are available. Right now, in this thing, what is going to be happened over here is after this, we'll be allocating this to some person by taking some what information that system.out.println allocated message will be taking over there. After that, what we need to do immediately, it has to make available is equal to available minus 1, it has to do, or available minus wanted. But before doing it, what it is doing is it is going to be in sleeping state for 1500 milliseconds. 1500 milliseconds, it's going to be in sleeping state. Okay, this is what happened over here. Now what happened here, we created an object C, at the time of creating an object, we are passing 1, and we created two threads, that is T, and we created one more thread called T1. Now after creating these two threads, we are making an association with OBJ. We are making passing an object called OBJ for these two threads. That means two threads are acting on one single object, and then T dot set name of first person. That means for this T, we are giving the name as what? A first person. For this T, we are giving the name as what? A first person. And for this T1, we are giving the name as what? A second person. We are giving the name as what? Second person for this T1. For T, it's a first person, and for T1, it's going to be what? A second person. After that, we'll be starting T dot start, and we are going to start a T1 dot start. That means here T dot start. We are making first thread to start. After that, we'll be going with what? A T1 dot start, second thread to start. Now, whenever we are saying that T dot start means it enters into this run method. It executes this one. It checks this condition. Condition is true. One birth was allocated for first person. After that, this T is going to stop over here. The T is going to stop over here for 1500 milliseconds. Meanwhile, what happens is T1 comes. This black color is going to be T. Now T1 will come with some red color line here. So it executes this. Again, it enters into this. Available was not reduced, right? Because T went into that sleeping state. Available was not reduced. Then the T is going to execute this. Condition is true. Then it gives a message that allocated for second person. That means one birth is allocated for first person as well as for what? Second person, because T1 was sleeping for 1500 milliseconds and it does not updated available value. It is a responsibility of T1 to update it as soon as birth was allocated. As soon as the birth was allocated, but was not updated, and meanwhile T1 was entered into the method, and it is checked that condition is true. If the condition is true, then it is going to print some message that one birth is allocated for what? Second person, and then T1 will be entering into the sleeping state. T1 comes out of that sleeping state and it executes this available equal to available minus 1. When it is going to do that, at that time T1 might be executing that message that allocated to second birth. Allocated what? One birth allocated for second person. Like that, the thing will be there over there. Okay. So because of this reason, we were not supposed to. Okay. Right. Are you able to hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Fine. Right. Now, okay. Now what happens is this T1 is going to be in sleeping state. Meanwhile, T was executed and allocated birth for second person also. And then T comes out of this waiting state and executes this instruction. That means after giving a message, first birth allocated, after giving a message by T1, first birth allocated for second person, then T1 comes out of this waiting state or sleeping state and updates available variable. Because of that reason, we got this kind of message. available birth, first T1 was executed. Next available birth, T was executed first, and then T1 was executed. And for first person, one birth is allocated, and for second person, one birth was allocated. One birth was allocated for second person also. This is what happened. So in order to do this, what the solution is that when one thread is entered into this run method, we were not supposed to allow another thread to enter into it. Until unless T1 executed, T is executed its instructions, then only T1 has to enter into it. T1 has to enter into it. If this was the case, in our web applications, in our Android applications, and then what happens? We'll be facing a huge problem at the time of booking the tickets in railway, as well as booking the tickets in My Book Show or something else. If you are booking something, then in that case we'll be getting some problem. And there are many example students how this is going to be happened. Two best examples is your Book My Show app is going to do this only, because one transaction is doing for one ticket, some slot you are chosen. And that is going to be in blocking state until and unless the user completed his transaction. If transaction is success, then that is going to be blocked completely. If transaction is not success, then it's not going to be blocked completely. It's not going to be blocked completely. That's the reason you'll be getting some message, you observed or not. You need to finish this transaction within 2 minutes or within 5 minutes. Like that, you'll be getting some message once you entered into the payment mode. Have you observed it? Have you observed
Yes, sir.
anywhere? Right, so you need to complete within 2 minutes or within 5 minutes, some message you'll be getting. That means what happens is they will giving certain amount of time to that particular thread to complete within that specified time. If you're not able to complete within that specified time, then what happens is that will be available to other threads. That means other user. Every user in web application or in your Book My Show can be considered as one thread. Can be considered as what? One thread. So when one thread is doing some transaction on specific seat number, then that is going to be blocked. That means other thread may not see, or they will be seeing that is what blocked. Again, if you refresh it after some time, if what one person is not booked it, and it will be make as what available. This is what happening in your eCovin app, and this is going to be happen in your Book My Show, and this is going to be happen in your railway, everywhere. If booking is there, means everywhere multi-threading will be there. Everywhere multi-threading will be there. It doesn't allows another user to act to book the same ticket which was chosen by some other person. And if the transaction was done successfully by that particular person, then that is blocked permanently. If transaction was not done, transaction is failure occurred, if the transaction was not performed, then that seat will be available to other person. That is going to be happened in your online applications, online booking applications. Internally there, we are not using students. We are not using synchronized, or we are not using any concept. What we are saying, what I'm going to say in the next concept, that concept we are not using. But internally, the methods are going to use over there. Internally, the methods are going to be used over there. That is what the synchronization concept. In order to get a reliable output, we are going with a concept called synchronization. What do you mean by synchronization? Means if one thread is there inside any method or any block, and this synchronization doesn't allows another thread to enter into that particular method, to enter into that particular block. So how to make a particular method or particular block as synchronization means by using a keyword called synchronized. Very simple. Before run method, if you take synchronized keyword, then it doesn't allows another thread to enter. It does not allows another thread to enter. You can see the program of this. When I compile this program, what happens is first thread was entered and it printing some message, available birth. And after printing this available birth was printed by first thread, and this available birth was printed by second thread, and one birth was reserved for first person, one birth reserved for second person. That means first time second person, second time first person we got. When we execute it, then we'll be getting different thing. Again compiling, again I'm executing. So one birth reserved for first person or one birth reserved for second person. That depends which thread is going to be executed. That depends on CPU time. Okay, so like that it's giving. Now what we'll be doing is we'll be doing only one simple modification over here. Before this run method, after this public access specifier, I'm taking synchronized. I'm taking a keyword called what? Synchronized. When T was entered, so here T is associated with what? First thread. T is associated with what? First thread. T1 is associated first person, and T1 is associated with what? Second person. If T is entered first, let us assume that T is entered first into this run method, means then after execution of this, all the instructions in run method, then only T1 will be allowed into it. Then only T1 will be allowed into it, right? If you take synchronized. Now I'm compiling it. I'm executing the program. Okay, available birth, one birth reserved for second person. Available births are 0. Sorry, no births, you're too late. So first thread, this second thread was entered first, and then it giving some message that the second thread has got that. And what the first thread, what didn't got any birth over there, it was not got any birth over there. Okay, because it was taken care by CPU only. We are not bothered about it because here we are not given any priority also. But you can observe here we started first thread first. T dot start we are done. Then first thread, that means first person has to get it. But internally what happened? The T1 was went fast and T1 was got the what birth. Now let's take let's go with the we'll start second thread first and we'll be taking second first thread later. Then in that case, what's the output? Let's see. So in this case also, second person only got a what thread, even though it was started first. So this time the output was changed. See, the first person. That's the reason what happens is you are sitting in front of computer for booking something, and at that particular time itself, especially when you're going with Flipkart and when you're going to book some what products on Flipkart or something else, what happens is same time you're sitting along with your friend and same time you're doing transaction, everything is going to be done the thing. But you will be it will be only one can get it. If one product is there, if many requests are going to get to that particular product, any one, we can't say who is going to get it. That depends upon the CPU, that depends upon the processor that they are going to use, and we cannot predict it. Processor is also not responsible for that. As per that particular point of time, to which process it has to provide service, and to that process it is going to give priority. That's it. It depends upon the processor only. We are not what responsible for that. Okay, clear with this synchronization topic?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, someone asking question. Suppose I'm going to create one more thread here on same object and giving name t2.setName. Third person, and I'm going to start t2.start. So available birth and first person got it, but remaining two persons, this is second person or third person, or this is second person or third person, will get some messages, sorry, no birth, you are very late. And if you want to print that also, and which person has executed next means, then you can take here itself plus and thread dot current thread dot get name, current thread dot get name. Okay, so we'll be taking this in one single thing. So what happens here is thread dot current thread, what it does is this current thread is a static method, and this current thread is a static method. That's the reason I'm going to call with respect to thread class. Thread dot current thread uses the current object. Suppose your run method is executing t, then it uses t object. If run method is executing t1 thread, then it uses what? T1. If run method is giving t2, then it uses t2. And then what I'm doing is here, if the current thread is t1 means t1 dot get name. Here we set the name by using set name function, and for t we set a name as first person. So if t1 is there means, then we'll be getting t1 dot get name means we'll be getting what? A first person. And if what the current thread is t2 means t2 dot get name means we'll be getting second person. If current thread is t3 means t3 dot get name means what? Third thread will be getting over there. Now I started 3 threads. Let's run this program. You're very late also. I given some thing over there. Now available birth one birth reserved for first person, and available berths are 0, you are very late. Third person is giving some message, and for second person also is giving some message, you are very late. Okay, so this is going to be happened in your real time, and how one product is there in Flipkart and multiple users are trying for that particular product, and the product will be what can purchase by only one user. This is how it's going to be happened. And if you execute this for the second time, the output might be changed over here. That depends. If you execute the same program in your computer, then any one what person is going to get. This time it was given to second person. First and third person was not got it. Okay, or else if I execute it same time, again the same person might be getting that particular berth. This is going to be happen. That purely depends upon the hardware, or what internally how OS is going to process it. That purely depends at that particular point of time. Not it's not going to be a predefined thing. It's not going to be a predefined thing at that particular point of time. Who has luck, and for them they will be getting it. Okay, clear with this, everyone? Have you understood how we compared this thread synchronization with respect to real time, like in Flipkart or Union by Book My Show, or what your railway reservation? Everywhere this is going to be done. This is only done in everywhere. Clear?
సార్ ఇది
Yes,
like
yes,
ఒక ప్రాసెస్
Yes,
తర్వాత
sir.
ఒకటి ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయితే ఆప్టిమమ్ యూటిలైజేషన్ ఉండదు కదా సార్ సిపియుది,
అంటే ఇది ఒక
అంటే ప్యారల్ ప్రాసెసింగ్ అవ్వదు కదా సార్.
yes, very good question. But thing is, if we allow here and a run method, if you are allowing multiple threads to act on the same logic, means in that case it's not possible, not at all possible. See, in real time here only one berth is there, Pavan, and that's the reason you are thinking about that. But if you go with Book My Show app, there are around in one single screen there will be around 200 or 300 seats are there. But all the users may not like only one single thing, right? They might be going with different options are there. Out of 300, if 1000 users are working on that, or 1000 users are working on that, they might be choosing what different positions, and they might be waiting. If it was booked, means again after taking some time, and they will be seeing it. If it is vacant, then only they will be booking it. Okay, and we are not stopping everything at the same thing. See, if I'm using Book My Show app, and what Book My Show app is not allowing other user, is not stopping other user to stop over there. But Book My Show app, what it is doing, it is suppose you and me, we both are axing on one single screen, and I would like to book seat number 3 and 4, and you want to book seat number 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I entered first, I clicked on seat number 3 and 4, and I would like to book. I'm going to click on booked, and you entered at that time, and you will be coming up to that position. That means up to that screen you will be coming, but your requirement is 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, but my requirement is 3, 4. 3, 4 was already booked. That means you and other users are going to see that 3, 4 was booked, but remaining seats you can access or not, remaining seats you can book or not,
Yes sir.
right? Only 3, 4 is going to be blocked over there unless my transaction was done successful. If my transaction was done successful, those things was booked permanently. And meantime, what you'll be doing is you'll be waiting for 5 to 10 minutes, and again you will come back and you'll be seeing whether 3, 4 was vacant or not. If 3, 4 were vacant, then you'll be booking 3, 4, 5. If 3, 4 was not vacant, then what we'll be doing, you'll be going with some other option, like you'll be going with 4, 5, 6 or something, and you'll be going to block that particular thing. That means it doesn't stopping all the users, right? It's giving privilege to book other options also. Okay, that's what the thing here, only one berth is available. That's the reason you'll be getting such kind of doubt in your brain, right? So this is what, any doubts in this, students?
సార్ టైం బేస్డ్ బుక్ చేయాలన్నప్పుడు థ్రెడ్ డాట్ స్లీప్ వాడొచ్చా సార్?
టైం బేస్ బుక్ చేయాలన్నప్పుడు థ్రెడ్ డాట్ స్లీప్ కాదంటే ఇక్కడ ఫాస్ట్ గా జరుగుతుంది. మనకి చిన్న కోడ్ కాబట్టి CPU త్వరగా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తుంది కాబట్టి నేను స్లీప్ మెథడ్ యూస్ చేశాను. మీరు థ్రెడ్ కి టైమర్ సెట్ చేయాలి, ఎక్కడి నుంచి ఎక్కడి వరకు కావాలి అన్నది చూసుకొని థ్రెడ్ కి టైమర్ సెట్ చేయాలి. Okay, for thread we need to set timer, and within that particular time itself the thread has to execute it. Sleep ante sleep state loki veltundi nana, it going to hold that execution, stops that execution. Let's see in Java API whether timer method is available or not. Let's see first. Okay,
అంటే టీ డాట్ స్టార్ట్ మెథడ్ తర్వాత మనం థ్రెడ్ డాట్ స్లీప్ వాడితే ఆ థ్రెడ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ స్టాప్ అవుతుంది కదా సార్, సెకండ్ థ్రెడ్?
okay, that means in main method you are saying that we'll be using t dot start, right? T dot sleep, right?
Yes sir.
Okay, let's
Thread
take
dot sleep.
Okay, let's take this. We can also take t dot sleep also, because it's a static method, can be accessed by using what 100 milliseconds I'm making, and then I'm going with, let's see whether it will happen or not. Those, so we started, internally it calls run method. Nothing impact was there over here. First person only booked the ticket over there. See what happened is within fraction of second, it entering into that run method. And then meanwhile, main is going to execute this thing. See, now you'll be getting the difference. See, who had asked this doubt? Ranjita or Danish? Who is that?
541.
541 Danish. Okay. Right. So we started thread and we entered into the run method. And after entering into the run method, inside this main method parallelly, that means run was initiated. It start and then it enters into the run. After entering into the run, then only after initiating thread, then only the main is going to start this own thread. That means it's entered into run method. After that, after entering run method, then only it comes to this main method, and then it goes with the next instruction. Let's see now what will happen. There won't be much impact, I think. See what happened here after initiating the thread. Main method was printed. Main method was printed. After that, we'll be using this. I think there won't be much impact with this. Okay.
అంటే టైం పెంచితే ఇంపాక్ట్ ఉంటదేమో సార్.
Let's see. So t dot start we are taken. T dot sleep. Sorry. So where we are taken that system dot out dot. Right. So t dot sleep, and if you want to make it as more, right? I'm making it as 10,000 milliseconds for you. Compiling it, running it. T1 was going for sleeping state here, 10,000. There, 1500 milliseconds. That's it. Available bits and available birth. So what happened over there is T1 was went 10,000 milliseconds as well as 1500 milliseconds. 11,500 milliseconds it went for sleeping state, and at that time it doesn't allowing remaining threads, right? Remaining threads into that. So what we will do is we'll remove complete thing from here. Okay, we are not taking any sleep method over there. Now let's compile it. Main method, and it's going to be in sleeping state. It executing run method. After that, in main method, it's going in sleeping state for 10,000 milliseconds. And then it going with so it's going for sleeping state 10,000. Oh, why means we are not taken that available equal to available minus wanted. That's the reason you'll be getting the same message. So we removed complete try and catch over here, right? So along with that, we removed this instruction also. That's the reason it's generating what error over there. Okay, fine. Don't get confused with this thing. What's the doubt that was asked by Danish? I think Danish, have you understood it?
Yes, sir.
So any doubts in this, students, let me know.
సార్ టీ డాట్ స్లీప్ అంటే అసలు థ్రెడ్ ఇన్వాక్ అవుతుందా సార్?
ఇక్కడేనా మీరు అడిగేది?
ఎస్ సార్.
ఇక్కడ ఆల్రెడీ టీ డాట్ స్టార్ట్ అనే ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఉంది ఫస్ట్. ఓకే, థ్రెడ్ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేసాం. స్టార్ట్ చేసిన తర్వాత స్టార్ట్ నుంచి రన్ మెథడ్ లోకి కంట్రోల్ అనేది వెళ్ళిపోయింది. కంట్రోల్ వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత ఈ టీ డాట్ స్లీప్ అనేది మనం ఎక్కడ రాసాం? మెయిన్ మెథడ్ లో రాసాం. వింటున్నారా? మెయిన్ మెథడ్ లో రాసాం. ఇప్పుడు
సార్
ఇక్కడ థ్రెడ్ స్టార్ట్ అయింది, రన్ మెథడ్ లోకి ఎంటర్ అయిన తర్వాత ఇక్కడ మెయిన్ మెథడ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ అనేది జరుగుతుంది. మెయిన్ వైల్ అంటే ఈ రన్ మెథడ్ లోకి వెళ్ళి ఆ 2 ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ 3 ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసుకుంటుంది, తర్వాత స్లీప్ మోడ్ లోకి వెళ్తుంది. దెర్ మైట్ బి సమ్ పాసిబిలిటీ ఓవర్ దర్. If you take the same code and if you run in your computer, there might be different possibility you might be getting over there. So one thing we'll do, we'll start these 2 threads first. Okay, and after that what we'll be doing is we'll be making a T1 to sleep, and let's run this. So T1 is sleeping now. T1 is sleeping now. I've understood. T1 is sleeping at last. That means main thread execution was slow in this case. Okay. So if
సార్
you
ఈ
want
మెయిన్ మెథడ్ అనేది మెయిన్ ఫ్లో లోనే ఉంటుంది కదా సార్?
main method
మెయిన్ మెథడ్ ప్రింట్ చేసి
main method లోనే ప్రింట్
సో
అవుతుంది.
అప్పుడు
చెప్పండి.
సో అప్పుడు జేవిఎం ఫ్లో అంటే లైక్ థ్రెడ్ ఫ్లోకి జేవిఎం ఫ్లోకి డిఫరెన్స్ అంటే లైక్ రెండిటికి సంబంధం ఉండదు కదా సార్?
Main thread having his own flow. T1 T2 T1 T2 T1 T2 is having his own flow. And then what we are doing is main method లో మనం ఒక ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ రాస్తున్నాం. As per Danish, what he expected that we need to write T dot sleep in main method. Then what main method has a capability to stop the execution of other threads also, because that has a capability. It was main itself initiated that thread, so we can hold the execution of T1 thread from main, no problem, because object was created in main method itself. We can stop that particular thread. Control will be there in main. This is you asked, Pawan, or any other thing that you want to ask?
సార్ అంటే టీ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తేనే ఇన్వోక్ అవుతుంది కదా థ్రెడ్. టీ డాట్ స్లీప్ అంటే అసలు థ్రెడ్ అనేది ఇన్వోక్ అవుతుందా లేదా అనేది డౌట్.
అంటే ఇక్కడ చూడన్నా, ఫస్ట్ టీ డాట్ స్టార్ట్ చేశాను, T1 డాట్ స్టార్ట్ చేశాను, T2 డాట్ స్టార్ట్ చేశాను. ఈ 3 థ్రెడ్స్ స్టార్ట్ అయిపోయి 3 థ్రెడ్స్ రన్ మెథడ్ ని కాల్ చేస్తున్నాయి. ఈ ఫ్లో వెళ్ళిపోతుంది అక్కడ. టీ డాట్ స్టార్ట్ అనేసరికి రన్ లో ఆ 2 ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ 3 ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ అందులో T1 అందులోకి వెళ్ళిపోయింది. తర్వాత T అందులోకి వెళ్ళిపోయింది. తర్వాత T1 ఏం చేస్తుంది, మళ్ళీ రన్ మెథడ్ లోకి వెళ్తుంది. బట్ రన్ మెథడ్ లోకి వెళ్ళకుండా అక్కడ సింక్రొనైజ్డ్ ఉంది కాబట్టి స్టాప్స్ దేర్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ అంటిల్ T ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ వాస్ కంప్లీటెడ్.
Yes, sir.
Right? If T execution was completed, then only T execution run method was completed means then only T1 will be entering into that. And T1 execution అయిపోయిన తర్వాత T2 ఎంటర్ అవుతుంది. ప్యారలల్ గా మెయిన్ కూడా ఇక్కడ స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది కదా.
Yes, sir.
మెయిన్ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ ఇక్కడ అవుతుంది. అంటే 3 థ్రెడ్స్ ని స్టార్ట్ చేసిన తర్వాత వాట్ ఐఎమ్ డూయింగ్ ఇస్ ఐఎమ్ మేకింగ్ T డాట్ స్లీప్. That means I'm making T to sleep for 10,000 milliseconds. Already T is sleeping here as 1500 milliseconds. T is sleeping here, and along with that I'm making T to sleep for 10,000 milliseconds. 10,000 milliseconds. This logic I not placed in run method, students. I placed this logic inside. Main method. Meanwhile, the T may complete its execution also. Meanwhile, the T may complete its execution also. See, ఇక్కడ 1500 milliseconds కి స్లీప్ అయి T అనేది బయటకు వచ్చిన తర్వాత, and this T1 T2 is going to be executed, and then T1 is sleeping for again 1000 milliseconds. Meanwhile, there the execution was completed. 3 thread execution was meanwhile completed, but main was not executed till T dot sleep. T dot sleep instruction, right? So here, if you take here like this, let's see what's the output we'll be getting. Sorry, we need to. Right. Now I'm going to compiling it. After compiling, I'm going to run it. Now available berth, one berth reserved for first person. It's taking a lot of time over here. Why means after creating first thread, it enters into that main run method and it is sleeping for 10,000 and then 1500, 11,000 milliseconds it is going to sleep. After sleeping, then this 2 threads was initiated and the 2 threads was executed. You find the difference here. If you take a what immediately after start method, what happens after starting 3 threads, what is going to be happen? See output, you observe it clearly. One berth reserved for first person and then main method and then 2 threads was started. 2 threads was started. Okay. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking the sleep method after starting the second thread, right? Third thread. Now I'm going to compile it. Now this main method instruction was executed. It's sleeping for 1000 milliseconds. 10,000. Then main is going to be executed. Main method lo ఉన్న t dot sleep another execute అవుతుంది. So t dot sleep అనే instruction execution complete అయ్యేంత వరకు main is going to be in that particular instruction. Then only it goes with the next instruction of main. That's it. Clear?
ఈ డాట్ స్లీప్ లాస్ట్ లో తీసుకుంటే మెయిన్ మెథడ్ ఫస్ట్ వస్తుంది సార్ అవుట్పుట్ లో.
t dot sleep ఎక్కడ తీసుకుంటున్నావు? నేను మెయిన్ మెథడ్ అంటే ప్రింటింగ్ అంటున్నావా?
ఎస్ సార్.
ప్రింటింగ్ ఎక్కడ తీసుకున్నాను బాబు? నేను t dot sleep తర్వాత తీసుకున్నాను కదా.
కాదు సార్, టీ డాట్ స్లీప్ సిస్టమ్ డాట్ అవుట్ డాట్ ప్రింట్ అండ్ మెయిన్ మెథడ్ తర్వాత తీసుకుంటే మెయిన్ మెథడ్ ఫస్ట్ ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది అంటున్నా.
ఇట్లా అంటున్నావా? ఇలా తీసుకున్నా అంతే, ప్రాబ్లం
ఫస్ట్
లేదు.
మెయిన్ మెథడ్.
బాబు ఇక్కడ మీరు అబ్జర్వ్ చేయాల్సింది ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఎలా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది అని. ఇప్పుడు టీ డాట్ స్లీప్ అన్నది అయిన తర్వాతనే మెయిన్ మెథడ్ సిస్టమ్ డాట్ అవుట్ డాట్ ప్రింట్ అని చెప్పి మెయిన్ మెథడ్ అనేది ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది. అర్థమైందా? అదే మీరు ఇలా తీసుకుంటే ఆ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ తర్వాతనే ఈ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ అవుతుంది. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, మెయిన్ మెథడ్ ప్రింట్ అయిన తర్వాత స్లీపింగ్ స్టేట్ లోకి వెళ్తుంది. milliseconds తర్వాత 10,000 milliseconds స్లీపింగ్ స్టేట్ లోకి వెళ్తుంది. మెయిన్ మెథడ్ ముందే ప్రింట్ అయింది చూడండి ఇక్కడ. ఇప్పుడు 10,000 milliseconds స్లీపింగ్ స్టేట్ లోకి వెళ్తుంది థ్రెడ్.
సార్ అసలు ఒక్క స్టార్ట్ మెథడ్ కూడా వాడకుండా ఒకటి స్లీప్ వాడచ్చా సార్?
We can use that because we created an object, right? So we can make a thread to sleep, no problem. Take less time. Let's save this. Let's try to increase this. Now you are observing, right? 10,000 milliseconds it went in sleeping state. Main method is going to stop it. Okay, after that what happened here? 10,000 milliseconds sleeping loki వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత స్టార్ట్ చేసాం మెథడ్స్ ని. ఓకే, క్లియర్? అదే ఇప్పుడు మీరు దీన్ని ఇక్కడ రెడ్యూస్ చేద్దాం. దీన్ని కొంచెం రెడ్యూస్ చేద్దాం, 1000 పెట్టేద్దాం. సో ఇక్కడ 1000 milliseconds, then 1500 and then it executes. That's it. And idea is very good, Danish, that you want to interrupt thread T from main method, right? That is what your idea, right?
Yes sir.
Then you can do something like interrupt function and try to interrupt thread T1 or T2, T3 from main method and try to interrupt that. So if you are using sleep and if you want to give a chance to others also, it won't be done. If you are interrupting a thread, it comes out of that particular method. If that is coming out of that particular method, and there might be chance of getting allotment for second or third person, right? Not with sleep, you can go with interrupt function. Try to use that same logic. You can use it for interrupt also. Okay, try to see that interrupts in Greek for Greek or Java point. You'll be getting clarity on this. Okay, clear with this, students? Apart from the doubts which was asked by Pawan, Danish and Srikar, remaining all have you understood basic idea? Response, students, basic idea have you understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ipudu very simple thing. I'm removing here synchronized keyword. If I'm removing synchronized keyword, I'm going to compile it. See, available birth, 111111. Akkada unna available birth se 1 ra. So everyone got birth over there. Okay. So what happened is object in this method, all threads was initiated. T was executing, T1 was executing. But if you want to make that T1 after execution of T1, then only after execution of T, then only T1 has to enter. After execution of T1, then only T2 has to be entered. If you want to do such kind of thing, then before this what run method, what you can do is you can take what here synchronized keyword. You can take what here synchronized keyword, public synchronized void run synchronized keyword you need to take. If you take synchronized keyword over here, then there won't be any problem, right? So for first person you'll be getting, or the second person, whatever the thread it might be, T1, T2, T3, among this any one is going to get, not for all. Okay, this is the main theme of synchronization, thread synchronization, right? So let's see what's the theory behind this thread synchronization. Synchronization is recommended when multiple threads are acting on same object. When thread is already acting on an object, preventing any other thread from acting on the same object is called thread synchronization or thread safe. The object on which threads are synchronized is called synchronized object. Preventing more than one thread to act upon the same object simultaneously is called thread synchronization. That object is called synchronized object or mutated or mutually exclusive. Now, this synchronized is one keyword applied for methods as well as block, not for variables. If method or block is declared as synchronized at a time, only one thread is allowed to execute that synchronized method or block. And how to take it means before that, you can make an object as synchronized, or else before this method, you can take what synchronized keyword. Okay, so this is about what thread synchronization. And tomorrow, again, I'm going to revise this thread synchronization concept for first 5 or 10 minutes. And then we'll be entering into the thread life cycle. Thread life cycle is very simple. It takes less time. So first of all, if you are going to create a thread means, then it is going to be in bound state. If you are what's calling a start method, and what it comes to the run state. And from that run state, automatically it is going to, with the help of threads schedule dispatcher, it comes to running state. And from running state, again, it went into the sleeping state if you are calling sleep method. Here, what happens is no need to call run method. Automatically from ready state, it comes to the running state. From running state, if there is an instruction called sleeper, then what it goes to the sleeping state. After that, if sleep is expired, again it goes to the running state, runnable state. Again from that it comes to the running state. And there is one more method called wait. If you call wait method, it's going to be in waiting state. Sleeping state is different, waiting state is different. Sleeping state, what happens is it sleeps for certain duration of time, and then it comes to what a runnable state. But coming to the waiter, what happens is it's going to be in waiting state until unless someone will call that particular thread. Until unless someone will call that particular thread. So the threads are going to be in waiting state until unless they will be called by some other thing, and that can be called with the help of notify or notify all. And if they got some notification from waiting state, again they will come into the running state. And sometimes it's going to be in blocking state. This is going to be a rare case. If it might be waiting for some input and output, in that case it's going to be in blocked state. See, sleeping state, blocked state, waiting state is going to be different. And if thread is completed, then it enters into the running state. So this is about what your thread life cycle. I will be going with that. And then we'll be going with inter-thread communication, students. It's very, very important. And what is the problem in inter-thread communication, that we'll be discussing. Okay. So let's go with the syllabus. What are all things that are left out? Let's see. Right. So we discussed about creating threads, and then we discussed about synchronizing threads. And this also completed. This is also completed. And the left out things is Java thread also I discussed. Left out things is thread priority and inter-thread communication. Inter-thread communication, 2 topics are there. Another 2 hours or 1 hour will be closing this multi-threading, unit 3. Okay, clear with the students? Any doubts? Let me know. Have you understood thread synchronization? Respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Clear, sir.
Only 5-6 responses I received. Kapil, have you understood? Lavanya?
Yes.
Lavanya,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
have you understood?
Clear, sir.
55, Sanskar, have you listened? Have you understood? Sanskar. 57,
Yes, sir.
have you understood 55?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 56 is there? No. 57, Praveen Reddy. Praveen Reddy. Sahil, have you understood Praveen Reddy? Have you written notes? Can you turn on your video once? Praveen Reddy. Okay, any doubts if you have, you can ask, otherwise you can leave.
సార్ ఒక డౌట్.
అమ్మా అడగండి.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు థ్రెడ్ డాట్ స్లీప్ లేకుండా అవైలబుల్ మైనస్ వాంటెడ్ చేస్తే అప్పుడు నెక్స్ట్ T1 వచ్చేటప్పుడు అది అవైలబుల్ 0 ఉంది, అది అవ్వదు కదా సార్, అంటే థ్రెడ్ డాట్ స్లీప్ పెట్టకపోతే.
1 minute, నేను చూపిస్తాను మీకు, లైన్ లో ఉండండి. ఒక 1 minute ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ చేసి చూపిస్తాను. ఇప్పుడు మీరు థ్రెడ్ డాట్ స్లీప్ పెట్టకపోతే నాకు ప్రాబ్లం అవుతుంది సార్ అని అనుకుంటున్నారు, అంతే కదా? అంతేనా?
కాదు సార్, ఇప్పుడు థ్రెడ్ డాట్ స్లీప్ అంటే థ్రెడ్ డాట్ స్లీప్ పెట్టకపోతే మనకి ఏమి ఉండదు కదా, అవైలబుల్ అనేది 0నే ఉంటుంది కదా నెక్స్ట్ T1 వచ్చినప్పుడు.
ఓకే, 1 minute అమ్మ, ఒక్క నిమిషం నేను చూపిస్తాను. రైట్. సో ఇక్కడ ఓన్లీ what thread dot sleep తీసేస్తున్నాను. ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు రిమూవ్ దిస్ thread dot sleep. But this instruction is very important. I'm writing this instruction over here. I'm removing this thread dot sleep and this complete thing I'm removing, students. Okay. So what happens here is oka T1 thread and T ana thread enter ayindi. It prints available berths 1, and 1 is greater than or equal to wanted. Wanted is also 1. Condition true. It what gets the name and it prints the name. That wanted 1 berth reserved for so and so, first person, second person, third person, and we are making this thread to we are making this available to available minus wanted. Okay, we are not used any sleep over here. Okay, I'm saving this. Now I'm going to execute it. Okay, so available berth 1, even though I removed it, 1 berth reserved for first person, and then remaining 2, they're not got it. Okay, I've understood, Pujita.
అండ్ అంటే సింక్రోనైజ్డ్ తీసేస్తే కూడా అలానే వస్తుంది.
లేదు రాదు.
అంటే మనం ఎట్లాగో అవైలబుల్ మైనస్ వాంటెడ్ చేస్తున్నాం కదా సార్, T అయిపోయిన తర్వాత.
చూద్దాం. బట్ ప్యారలల్ గా స్టార్ట్ అవుతాయి కాబట్టి ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ దేర్ విల్ బి ఏ ప్రాబ్లం. గాట్ సింక్రోనైజ్ తీసేస్తాను. అంటే ఏం జరుగుతుందంటమ్మా, మీరు ఒకటి ఊహించుకోండి, ఇక్కడ రన్ అన్న మెథడ్ ని 3 ఫ్లోస్ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ చేస్తున్నాయి. T అన్న ఫ్లో, T1, T2, 3 డిఫరెంట్ ఫ్లోస్ ఒకసారి ఎంటర్ అవుతున్నాయి రన్ లోకి విత్ ఫ్రాక్షన్ ఆఫ్ 0.0001 millisecond. 3 flows are entering into one single method over there. ఓకే, అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, ఫస్ట్ ఇది ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయిన తర్వాత ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ T ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయ్యే టైంలో T1 ఇక్కడికి రావచ్చు. ఓకే, అండ్ దెన్ ఈ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయిన తర్వాత నెక్స్ట్ T1 కూడా ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేయచ్చు, T2 కూడా వచ్చేయచ్చు, అండ్ దెన్ ఇట్ ప్రింట్స్ దట్. ఈ T1 అన్నది ఇది అప్డేట్ చేసే టైంకి
సేమ్ టైం
T అన్న థ్రెడ్ ఇది అప్డేట్ చేసే టైంకి ఈ రెండు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయిపోతున్నాయి. T ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తుంది, T1 కూడా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసేస్తుంది అనమాట. అంత ఫాస్ట్ ఉంటుంది CPU మనకి. ఓకే, అదే ఇప్పుడు మీరు సింక్రోనైజ్డ్ వాడకపోతే ఇలా వచ్చింది అవుట్పుట్. సింక్రోనైజ్డ్ కీవర్డ్ యూజ్ చేసాం, ఇప్పుడు రన్ చేయండి. దెన్ ఇప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే ఈ థ్రెడ్ T ఇందులోకి ఎంటర్ అయిన తర్వాత ఈ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ అన్ని ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ అయిన తర్వాతనే T1 అనేది ఎంటర్ అవుతుంది. రైట్?
Okay.
Understood, ma? Right. Very good.
Sir, last class
Yes, sir,
video
understood.
upload.
Someone is saying something. Who is that?
లాస్ట్ క్లాస్ వీడియో నేను వినలేదు సార్. ఇక్కడ వర్షం పడడం వల్ల
నేను కూడా అప్డేట్ చేయలేదు
రాలేదు.
యూట్యూబ్ లో అప్లోడ్ చూసా, యూట్యూబ్ చెక్ చేసావా?
చూసిన సార్, అదే లేదని.
లేదు టుడే I will update it. Recording is there. I
Okay.
will update all these 3 sessions today itself. I don't have time to update. Okay. So any other doubts? Niharika, Pujita, she had asked, Rajkumar, Anvesh. Okay.